So, Baroness Greenfield, it's such an honor to be with you. And you're a globally renowned neuroscience. You have done cutting edge research, and you're the first woman to hold the position of director of the Royal Institution of Great Britain. These are such tremendous accomplishments. I'm curious, what is it both personally and what are the actions you've taken to be so successful in your career?
Oh, I think, first of all, please call me Susan. Otherwise, it sounds like I'm something out of Alice in Wonderland or something. I know in America as well, you're not familiar with these titles and they sound very strange. So please call me Susan. It's hard because you don't say, I'm going to deliberately do this or that. You are what you are. And I think I've had some great breaks in my life, which some people would have interpreted as being disadvantages. So my parents were very poor, for example. My dad was an electrician and my mum was a dancer. She was a chorus girl in the war, entertaining you guys, the GIs in the war. She was entertaining the troops.
Wow.
Yeah, so I think I had a very unconventional upbringing. Also because my dad was Jewish and my mum wasn't, so it was a mixed marriage at a time when there was huge prejudice on both sides. So I think this was marvelous because I realized early in life that first you can't have everything you want straight away. Like I wanted a pony and that was completely for example. And I also learned that the important things in life, which my parents gave me, was love and support, and that material things weren't that special as much as your mum being there when you came home from school, for example. And I think also, because we had no money, unlike a lot of middle-class kids who are, poor things nowadays, sent to endless self-improvement classes and are told to do various extracurricular activities, I was just left to be bored. And I think allowing a kid to be bored is a brilliant thing because you then have to make your own stimulation. So, I drew pictures, I went to the library, I made up stories. Yeah. And I think giving that strong narrative is a very good thing to do rather than have the expectation that people are going to stimulate you or entertain you. You have to do it yourself. Yeah. And I think it does give you a very healthy outlook on life. So the first thing I had was poor parents. That was the first great break. The second was having parents who were not conventional, being, as I said, a mixed marriage and my mum having been theatrical and so on. So that actually gives you a strong sense of identity and individuality. You realize you're different from other people anyway, so you respect that in others. And also I remember once going to a party when I was about 14 because I went to a single-sex school. And allegedly at this party there were going to be boys, these alien creatures. I'd never. And so my mother, what they're going to think of me? My mum said, no, you should ask yourself, what do you think of them? So those kind of things, I think, are much more valuable to be loved, to be allowed to use your imagination, to be allowed to do what you like in the sense because you're bored, and at the same time to have that kind of wisdom and that sort of support, I think, stood me in great stead. The other thing, of course, is I had a more formal education was to have various mentors. And someone once defined a mentor as someone who believes in you more than you believe in yourself. And I've been very fortunate along the way to have people who, when things have been very bad or very low or you're doubting yourself, are constructive, in what they say. It's sort of tough love, but they're constructive. I think that's been good as well.
That's a definition I've never heard of a mentor, and I love that.
Yeah.
Really changes the framework.
It does.